from here then.
We didn't do upper margin.
Okay.
We were stopped at the right margin, crushed right margin.
Okay. So we'll continue with the upper margin today. So what does upper margin stand for? We've done that the left and the upper margin is similar, and we are done that the right and the bottom margin is similar. You all remember? Can you all recall this?
Yes.
Okay. So just what we've done on the left, it's the same as what we are doing for the upper thing. It means that you all should have respect for elders, your respect for the past, your how culturally inclined are you, how attached are you to your origins, how attached are you to your village. All the same things that we did in the left margin, the same we're going to do in the upper margin. Okay, Mehak? Okay. So first we'll start with wide upper margin. So now if someone leaves a lot of space above and doesn't draw anything on the upper margin, then can you all guess what it will be? Because you all have done what left margin means. Wide left margin. You all know what wide left margin means. So it's going to be similar to that. Do you all want to guess? Yeah, Yashika, you want to say?
A wide left is basically like you're trying to like ignore something from the past or something. You don't want to remember something from the past.
Yeah, perfect. So this is exactly what it is going to be, that you are a little detached to your past. You don't think about your past that often. You want to live in the present and future. You don't want to go that much in the past. It also means that it's a sign of respect. It means that you care a lot for authority. You care a lot for your parents, your elders, your teachers, your principal. You care a lot for your rules, regulations. You all go to school, right? So you all will, if you all have a wide upper margin, it would mean that you all are following all the rules and regulations that the school has given to you. You're following all the systems that the society has. And it means that you want to distance yourself from your past. You don't want to think about what has already happened. You want to stay in the present and think about your future. Likewise, now what will be if there is a narrow upper margin? Whoever wants to say can unmute and start speaking.
Doesn't that mean like you're stuck in the past? Yeah, so you're stuck in the past, or like you have the inability to let go.
Yeah, this is perfect. So you're very attached to your past. You're stuck on your past memories. You're very attached to your origin and your roots. These people are going to be very, very attached to their relatives, to their parents, to their elders. Okay. Mehak, we'll go to the next slide. Okay, now we're going to do lower margin. The lower margin and the right margin are the same. They're very similar. So what do you mean by lower margin? Anyone wants to try?
Like the future.
Yes, correct. It's about the future. So again, as it is written on the screen, it's about opportunities, future. It is about, how much confidence you have for your future. How excited are you to face the future? How strong are you to face all the opportunities that the future is holding for you? All of this you can come to know through the lower margin. Next slide. Okay, so now what if there is a wide lower margin? It means that you're not writing in the future. You're not facing the future. You're not going to the future. It means that you're not ready to face the future. So if you have a wide lower margin, the way it is there in the sample, It means that you're not ready to face the future. You feel you're not strong enough to face the challenges that the future has for you. The success level of such people will be lower than others. These people will not be very successful because they're not strong enough to face the challenges. This person is not grabbing the right opportunity at the right time. These people are not completing their tasks. So these people, like, they start with a lot of enthusiasm, they go till half, they're almost about to complete, and then they just give up. So they don't complete their task. And when you don't complete your task, you're not going to get good results, right? Like if you've done your entire assignment or your entire project very, very well, but you don't complete, you don't write the conclusion, you don't write the ending part of the project, obviously your marks are going to get cut and you're not going to be as successful as the other people in your class. You're fearful about what's going to come next. So that was about wide lower margin. Now, what about narrow lower margin? So what if someone writes in the future? What if someone writes down? What if someone completes the entire page perfectly? It will mean that these people are using all the opportunities that are given to them. These people are grabbing the right opportunities. These people are enthusiastic. These people want to make the best of their career. So that was about narrow lower margin. Okay, now what if there is no margin? What if someone doesn't leave any space up, doesn't leave any space down, doesn't leave any space on the left, on the right? They fill the entire page from top to bottom, left to right. What would it mean if someone's filling the entire page?
He's a workaholic.
What? Sorry?
He or she is a workaholic.
Yes, correct. So this person is a workaholic. This person doesn't have time for anybody or anyone. This person wants to do everything. This person wants to work 24/7. They're not leaving any empty space. They're not leaving any stone unturned. These people are very demanding and dominating. What else do you come to know by this person? This person doesn't want to spare any moment of their life. They don't want to care about anyone's feelings. Like if it's your friend's birthday and if you have some work, what do you think this person will select? Going to a friend's birthday or working? This person will always, perfect. These people will always prefer working. These people will not care about other people's feelings. They will do what they have to do. These people are inconsiderate and they're very dominating. These people are dominating and selfish. They will always think about themselves first. These people want to live their life to the fullest. They don't want to spare any moment. They want to live and do everything, grab every opportunity. And these people think they're very good. These people are going to give advice to everybody, whether others ask for it or they don't ask for it. You all would be having friends, na? They would be advising you all the time, whether you like it or not. So you should check their handwriting, that do they have this margin? So this will be if there is no margin. Okay. Now, what if there is a wide margin on all sides? So there is like a wide margin on the left, wide margin on the right, wide margin up, wide margin down. Then what does it mean?
They want to work less.
Yes, of course they want to work less because they're leaving so much. So we also did in the concept of paper, we also did about day, afternoon, night, right? So these people are wasting so much time in the night, in the day, left, right, everywhere they're wasting so much time. So these people they're lazy. They're not workaholics. These people would like working alone rather than working with other people. These people, they're not very socially well adjusted. So, these people are not comfortable around their friends, around their family. They're not comfortable around being with a lot of people. These people like working alone better. So do you think if someone has a wide margin on all sides would, answer in this class of graphology? If any of y'all have this wide margin, it will be very difficult for y'all to answer in the class because y'all would only like to learn alone. You wouldn't want to answer in front of so many people. These people are lonely because they don't like being around a lot of people. They're withdrawn from others. These people want to be the center of attraction because they're lonely, but they're not being able to do so. They want to be the center of attraction, but eventually they're not being able to be the center of attraction. Because the right margin is missing, obviously they're not grabbing any opportunity. They're not taking any risks. Their risk taking abilities are very, very less. And hence these people are not achieving much.
Yeah, Yashika, you want to
Yeah,
ask?
Yashika, you have a question? Yeah.
Could you go back to the slide with the narrow lower margin, please?
Narrow lower margin. Yeah, okay. Maher? Yeah. So narrow lower margin. Again, yeah, Yashika, you have a question? Or it's the same one?
No, I already have.
Okay, okay.
Thank you.
So narrow lower margin again is that you make use of all your opportunities. You're very enthusiastic. You want to make the best of everything. Because you're writing in the future, it means that you're ready to face the challenges of the future. You're ready to grab all the opportunities.
There is one question. There is nothing like lower crust margin. No, crust margin, lower, upper, right hand is all the same thing.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, Mehak, can you move to the next slide?
Next.
Okay. So now we are starting the second concept of graphology. We are done with margins. Do you all have any question from margins? No. Okay, perfect. So we are moving on to the second concept of margin of graphology, which is the size of the handwriting. You must have noticed that all your friends and family members have different sizes. Nobody writes in the same size. Some people write in a very large handwriting. Some people write very small. Some people write very miniature. Some people write medium. So the size of the handwriting has so much to show you. Okay, so we're going to do like a small activity where I'm going to tell you. So now imagine if you are, if you all have a paper in front of you and you are sitting straight. Sit straight, everyone. Okay, so you're sitting straight. Now sit straight and write, I love graphology. We be covering how we should write to attract good things in life. So that is
Yes.
called graphotherapy, where we learn how to be better in life, or what the correct handwriting is, or what is the most suited to you through the concept of graphotherapy. We will not be covering about that in much detail, but if you all want to do graphotherapy on the last session of this graphology, we will give you all details of that course.
But you will
Okay.
come to know lots of things to live an idle life.
Yeah.
No, beta, they have to sit straight and write.
Yeah. So first sit straight now. And if you're writing, I love graphology. So when you are sitting straight and writing, you all will not be able to write very small handwriting, right? You all will obviously write very large handwriting. Then when you bend a little and then you start writing, I love graphology, you might be able to go to medium handwriting, correct? And now if you want to write very tiny handwriting, then will you all be able to write like this? You all will have to go a lot. You will have to bend a lot to, have a perfect handwriting, a very small handwriting. So this is exactly what the size means. People who are writing straight, or people who are writing medium. So when you're writing, when you're bending and you're writing and your handwriting is very small, what does it mean? It means that these people, can concentrate very well. These people are concentrating only on the way they're writing. Then when you're sitting medium and you're writing, it means that these people are balanced. And what if you're writing like this? Large. What does it mean? You're looking here and you're writing. It means that you all are extroverts. You'll want to party. You'll want to, be known. So these are the kind of things you will come to know through the size of the handwriting. You will come to know how you're utilizing the entire day, how you're being around with other people, how much space you need in your life. I'm only able to see the size of, so that was the page which was there. Now we're moving on to the first handwriting, which is large writing. So now we are first going to do the qualities of a large writer. So what if someone writes, a very large writing? What does it mean? It means that these people are social. They love being social. These people are
Ask
extroverts.
them only. Yashika, or who has a large handwriting? Can they come up and show their handwriting when she told, did you write in small, large, or medium? Which was more convenient to you?
Yeah. Who of y'all have a large writing? Let's see if the qualities match of what I say and what your personality is. Is anyone willing to be open to share with their friends your writing?
Yeah, Mandeep is ready.
Okay, Mandeep, show your handwriting. I'm not being able to see everyone on the screen. Is there any way how I can see everybody on the? Okay. Yeah.
No, he's
Yeah.
medium.
Yours
Should I
is
stop
medium.
screen sharing for a moment?
But nobody else is giving.
No,
Better
no,
only
no,
one
keep
person.
This is medium writing, Mandeep. So when we will be doing medium writing, you see if the qualities match to you. Anyone else for large writing? Okay, no problem. We'll do the qualities of large writing, and then while we do medium, we'll confirm with Mandeep if it's true. Now, can you present large writing? Okay, so you also Mandeep's writing, right? That is medium. So don't confuse it for large. Handwriting, which is even a lot larger than what Mandeep wrote, will be larger writing. So people who have a large writing, these people are very social. They love socializing. These people are extroverts. These people want to be noticed. These people want, when they walk in a room, everyone should look at them. Everyone should know them. They want to be noticed by everyone. These people want a lot of space in their life. Like, they want space. They cannot clinch all the time for other people. These people, because, they are so social, they don't concentrate on details. We wrote, right, that, if you're writing like this, you can't concentrate on details. Correct? So in the same way, these people cannot concentrate on details. They can overall see things, but they cannot concentrate on one particular thing. Their communication skills are extremely good. Because they're extroverts, so obviously the communication skills have to be really nice. These people have good leadership qualities. These people are, if you have a large writing, then you can consider being a leader. You have the quality of being a leader. These people want a very extravagant life. They want a very lavish, a very luxurious life. They want to enjoy a lot of luxuries because they want to show off with those luxuries. These people love showing off. So if someone has a large writing, then you may notice, this person is always flaunting their bag, their dress, what they're wearing, what they're doing. So you all are on Instagram. You all know that everyone posts Instagram stories. You might have friends who must be posting like once in 6 months. You must be knowing someone who must be, every day. They must be posting everything that they do. So what do you think? Which of the friend will have large writing? A person who posts once in 4-5 months, or a person who posts every day about everything that they do, everything that where they go, what they shop, what? Yeah, exactly. So that's an example of a large writing. These people love to show up. Yeah, Samyak, they post every day. These people are, they are very, yes, Aryan, it's correct. So these people, they can take large projects. Because they have a leadership quality, they can always take large projects. These people are big planners. They can plan things very well. These people are confident. They can take up new experiences, big plans. So this was about large writing. Now we'll move on to the next one. Okay. Now we're going to do medium writing. So Mandeep, are you ready? You want to know things about yourself? Okay. So a person who has medium writing, obviously they don't write very large and they don't write very small. This person is somewhere in the middle because they're not even large and they're not even writing in a small way. So these people are medium. These people are balanced, which is very nice. So these people for large writing, how can they be that great at planning if they miss out on details? Exactly. So these people are big, they are big planners. Okay. So they can plan big things, but they don't notice the details. So, they will hire a lot of people who might be concentrating on details, but they themselves will not be able to concentrate on details. They can only plan big things, do big things. They cannot do small things, or, they cannot concentrate on small. Okay. So moving on to the medium one. These people are not exceptions. These people are very normal, very well socially adjusted. These people are very adjusting. These people are very adaptable. They can adapt to any situation. They are like, the ambiverts. They're not extroverts, they're not introverts. So they can adapt to every situation. These people can also lead and they can also be a follower. So these people have the ability to be a leader and they also have the ability to be a follower. These people will be very good middle level managers. So Mandeep, you can consider your career in being a middle level manager if you want to. These people care about themselves also and they care about others also. Okay, so that was about medium writing. We'll move on to the next one. Okay, so now we're going to small writing. So as I told you all, people who must be writing in a small handwriting, they must be writing like this with a lot of concentration. So because I said about concentration, these people have a great ability to concentrate. These people can concentrate very well. But because it's the opposite of large writing, so these people are introverts. These people don't like talking that much. These people are not very good with their communication skills. These people, have restricted hand and they have hand and finger movements which are restricted. So they will not use their hand a lot, or they will not use their fingers. They're very restricted. Like they'll probably sit in a very They'll sit like this. Their hand and finger movements are restricted. These people shut out external stimulation. So what these people do is that, these people live in their own world. You must be knowing of people, right, who must be living in their own world. They daydream in their own world. They, something else completely, they're going there, they've gone for something else, they're doing something else, but they're into their own selves. When you all also meet your friends, when you all are meeting your whole group, isn't there always this one person who's more into themselves rather than what's happening around them? So these people will have small writing. They will shut out on external stimulus. They will not reach out to people very easily because of their communication skills. They don't care about what's going on the inside, in the outside, sorry. They're very happy with whatever's on the inside.
Still no summer camp challenge.
Ma'am, you're on
Graphology no summer camp.
Shilpa ma'am, you're on unmute. You can you mute yourself?
Oh, one.
Okay. Also, this person would rather like to be alone than be with a lot of people. These people would like to be alone rather than be with a lot of people because they like living with their own self rather than talking to others. Also, some of the people of small writing, we could, also say that these people are, kind of trying to save paper. So they're not, they're writing in a very small way so that, they want to save the paper. What does it mean? It means that, this person calculates a lot before using even a small amount of money. So they're very calculative about their money. They can't use their money very easily.
Dhwani, did you answer the question or I'll answer?
1 second, I've not seen. Is there a 1 second? For large writing, how can they be great at planning? Yeah, I've answered that. Which question?
Yeah, planning. How they are good in planning, large handwriting.
Yeah, I've answered that. Yeah. I've answered that. Okay, we'll move to the next one. Mehak, can we move? Yeah. So this is miniature legible writing. So now what is miniature writing? It's something even smaller than smaller writing. So small writing is always obviously very small. Now miniature is even smaller than that. But now in miniature also there are two. So what if there is a very small handwriting, but you can still read it? There are two types of handwriting. So very small handwriting, which you can read, and very small handwriting, which you just cannot even read because it's so small. So what about handwriting, which is extremely miniature, but you can still read it? What would that mean? It means that these people have an intense ability to concentrate. These people can concentrate extremely well, even more than small handwriting. In fact, many of the scientists would have such a handwriting because many of the scientists, you all know the qualities of a scientist, they would spend a lot of time with themselves. They would be a lot of inside their own thoughts. They would be concentrating on details extremely well. They would not be going out for too many parties. So all of this you can see in miniature. So if any of you all have a miniature legible writing, it means you'll have the ability to become a scientist. This person is very clear about their thoughts. This person knows exactly what they're thinking. These people would also be very good mathematicians, poets, writers. They're highly intelligent and they think a lot. Okay, then we'll go to the next one. Okay, now this is miniature illegible writing. So now what if you have a very small writing which other people cannot even read? It's barely visible. You all can see the screen, right? There's a sample. Can you all read what's written in the sample? You all can't, right? Exactly. So if someone has miniature illegible writing, it would mean that because this person, so you all know, right, that your personality, your handwriting is exactly the same as your personality. So what if someone is trying to write in a way where nothing can be read? It means this person is trying to hide a lot, right? So it means this person has done something wrong in their life, which they're trying to hide from other people. These people have done something wrong in their life, which they don't want other people to know about. These people want to stay behind the curtain. They don't want to come up front. You cannot trust such a person. So if any of your friends have a miniature illegible writing, you cannot trust this friend of yours. This friend has surely done something wrong in their life. Okay, Mehak, can we go to the next one? Okay, so ma'am, should we start with the third concept today itself?
It's little explain
Shilpa
that
ma'am?
just.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
just explain that.
Okay. So now we are going to the third concept of graphology. Can you go back 2 slides, Mehak?
One second.
Yeah.
This?
No, go 2 slides back. Someone's written on the group.
2
Do
slides
you want
back.
which one?
This
Yeah,
one?
you got it, right? Okay. No, he got it, I think. Okay, now we'll move on to slants. So anyone has any question for size, or should we move on to the third concept of graphology? Okay, so we will not be completing slants today, but I will just give you all a gist and introduction of what slants is. So tomorrow we all will have an idea of what we're going to do. So everybody writes in a, every person who can read or write would obviously have a slant in their handwriting. Some people would be writing very straight. Some people would be writing a little right, very right. Some people would be writing left, very left. So all of this has a different meaning. Now, here again, we'll take an
Change the
example
slide.
of a boy. What if a person? Yeah. Okay. So now we have a lot of slants to do. Now y'all can see what the A slant is, what the B slant is, what the C, D, E, F, G, and F slants are. So we're going to do these slants tomorrow, but I'm going to give you all a gist of the slants. So what if someone is standing in a very straight way, like how our A slant is? Our A slant is extremely straight. So how is a person, who has a very straight slant? Then we'll go on to the B, C, and D slant. What if someone's coming forward, a little more forward while talking to you? And what about the E slant person who's talking to you literally so close? Like you're literally here and I'm coming this close talking to you. And now we'll also go on to F and G slant where, I'm straight. Straight is A slant. Now you're standing here and instead of being straight or coming a little forward, I'm going behind. And in G slant, I'm going extremely behind. Now, what would all of this mean? So we'll start with the normal. We'll start with A slant. I'm just giving all a gist. Tomorrow we'll do in detail. So what about a person who's doing A slant? A slant person would be very logical, would be very practical. A slant person would be, I'm just giving a gist of it, Mehak, right now, of all the.
Dhwani, listen, let them tell which slant have they written in. So
Yeah, okay.
they can be more familiar with it.
Okay.
Because slant is
Anyone
little
wants
difficult
share
to
their
understand.
handwriting and slant?
So if we take Mandeep's handwriting, Mandeep, you had written, I love graphology. Can you show us on the board again? Yeah. So how
I
can we
can't
see
see
the
Mandeep on the
slant?
screen.
So how can we see the slant? So so first we have to take a pencil or a pen with which we have written, put it on the standing letters like I, L, and see whether it is making a right angle. Is it a straight line or it is bending? Right? And then we can, so how can you decide you have written in C slant? Yashika, can you show me your picture?
I didn't write I love graphology. I just wrote hello. Is that fine?
Yeah, hello, show me
Yeah,
how you
sure.
have written. Yeah. So hello. Yeah. So when you have written hello, yeah, you can take H, you can take L. So your is not a C slant. Yashika, you put a pencil in a straight line and then see how much it is deviating, how much it is bending. So you can see it's your AB slant. Put a pencil on it and see how much it is coming. So make a baseline and a straight line. And from that, you can find an angle. I think Yug, Sia, are you all understanding? Please, can you switch on the thing, switch on your videos, I mean, your camera, we can talk to you and we can know exactly what you are writing. So please, Umang, can you show me what is your slant? Because slant is very important to understand. You can easily know how people are writing through it. Yeah, so whenever here, Umang, you take your any like M, you can take, and you can understand. So now tell me, Umang, which slant is yours? What did you figure it out? Did you try to figure it out?
Yeah,
Which
so
angle is it making?
I tried to draw a line using all the upper zone letters, and it's almost a straight line.
It's a straight line. So is it an A slant? Sia, yours?
Yeah.
Sia, you are on mute.
Are you asking me?
Yeah.
I have a S slant. My S.
Which slant?
S slant.
S is not a slant, beta. Can you show me what you have written? It is
I
from
think
A
she's
to
saying
F.
F slant. I think she's
F
saying F.
slant. F slant. It's going back. No, show me. Just anything, whatever you have written, show it to me. It's not totally, yeah, you are going. So listen, from her handwriting, let everybody also see so they can understand that it is going a little backward, right? So are you all following why we are doing this concept? Yashika, did you follow why? What is E slant? What is C slant? Okay. Does anybody else have a question? They can come forward and ask me. Rajvi, can you show your face and show me what slant you are writing with? Rajvi, please make it more interactive session so that you all can learn much better. So now tell me which slant is this, Rajvi?
A.
Okay. Okay. I want anybody who is whose handwritings are literally falling down. Can any one of the person show me that type of handwriting which can be C and D slant? Anybody from you? Anyone? Yug, Aryan, Neil,
Rajvi,
Samya.
Sanvi, anyone?
Yeah, please come up and tell us so that looking at your handwriting, everybody else can also understand that thing. Okay. Yeah. I hope you have understood this concept of slant. So when we are teaching each and every slant in detail, you can understand it perfectly. So just looking at the size, the slant and the margin, at least you can tell which type of person is. Okay. And then that is through gestal method. Okay. Dhwani taken.
Okay. Okay, so we'll move on to the A slant, ma'am.
Yeah.
Okay. So A slant, Mehak. And can everyone please switch on their videos? Our co-host is taking our picture, I guess.
Please, please, you all are beautiful. Let us see your faces. So nice to see everyone.
Awesome.
Neil, see
Can
ya.
switch on
I hope everybody is understanding. Harshit, hi. You were the winner yesterday, right? Are you understanding which slant you have?
Sanvi, everyone, can you all switch on the cameras? Thank you.
Thanks a lot. Thank you.
Okay. So we'll go on to the first one.
Sanvi,
Okay,
yeah,
someone's
Sanvi, you
showing
are
up.
showing your handwriting. Which slant is that, Sanvi? Sanvi? Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. It's not coming properly. Sanvi, we couldn't
Yes,
see it. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Okay, come on. So now we are so any doubts or we can carry on till 9:30. Okay, you all are fresh, fine. So we'll talk about A slant. Okay.
Okay. Mehak, A slant slide. Okay, so now A slant, as I said, that A slant people are standing very straight. What does it mean when a person is standing so straight? This person is very cool, very calm, very logical, very practical. They're straight, they're standing firm in every situation. So it means these people are very calm and composed. They can take total control of a situation. This person will always think before taking any action. These people will not take any impulsive actions or decisions. They will always think through before taking any decision. There will be no hasty decisions, no fast decisions from their side. These people are they're not going to have any last minute changes in their schedule. So if you have a relative, if you tell him that tomorrow we are meeting at 6 o'clock and we're going to go for ice cream and then we're going to go for a movie, and then next day you call them at 4 o'clock that, hey, I'm a little busy, can we go by 7:30? Do you think this person is going to like it?
I think Harshit had that handwriting. Ask Harshit. Or and who else had a A handwriting? Yep. Yashika, you had A, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So are you
So would you
punctual?
like if in your schedule?
Yes, I always write a schedule and then I like go according to that.
Exactly. So these people will maintain their cool in every situation. It's very difficult for these people to, lose their cool and calm. This person will be very logical and they will have a reason for all their actions. These people are going to reason everything. So someone who has an A slant, and when they were when people are told them that, you're going to have a graphology class, they're always going to think that, okay, is it worth my time? Should I do it? What will I do? How do this batch? Are the times comfortable? They will reason everything before taking any decision or step. So they have reason for every action that they have taken. They don't do anything just like that.
Perfect.
They do not express their emotions very easily. Yeah, they do not express their emotions very easily. They are in control of their emotions. So it's not easy to make these people extremely happy or extremely sad. They're always going to be very normal. So if if you have if you have a boyfriend or a girlfriend and someone has such a handwriting or if you are married and you have a husband or wife, so if you are a husband and you have a A slant, then your wife is going to complain that you're not showing any emotions to me, you're not expressing yourself, you're not showing your emotions to me. So, and when you go for a party with such people, rather than hugging, and they would rather like shaking hands and be very composed. It's written, you make quick decisions. I think there has to be some error, because you do not make quick decisions. Like, you can make quick decisions because these people are very logical and practical. So the beauty of Aceland people is how logical and practical they are. So because they're very logical and practical, so the decisions are always going to be very correct.
See,
But
how
they're going
quick
to have
decision is, listen, Dwani, who asked how they take quick decision? So these people don't have any time to waste. So suppose you are going for a shopping with these people, at home only they will decide, I want 2 shirt, that is also of blue, light blue color. They will go to the shop, tell them that I want these 2 blue shirts. They'll pick it up fast. And the salesman is showing them pink and red and other color. They'll say, no, I want this 2 blue. They will directly pick it up, pay the money, come up. Their shopping would be done in 5 minutes, literally. They know what to take it and what to come back. Come back with it very fast. That's why we say that they take quick decision. They don't waste the entire day in the mall to shop 2 shirts. Are you understanding? That's why we say they take quick decisions. Okay? Yeah. This is much better.
Okay.
If you keep on asking, na, it is really, really, really good. So we can solve your doubts. Please ask.
It was quite interactive compared to yesterday, and we hope that every day it's just going to get more and more interactive.
Yeah.
Okay, then we'll move on to slant B.
I think we should take the, we should take the, because it's 9:20, we should take little
Yeah, so that-
quiz so that you all will know how much, will come to know how much you have taken it. Okay, so quiz time. Are you all ready for quiz time?
Miss, for like 5 minutes, we'll just keep, if they have any queries, they can ask.
Yeah.
After 5 minutes, I'll just share screen of my.
So before she starts the quiz, please ask, please clear your doubts so that you all don't make mistakes.
Ma'am,
Yeah.
ma'am, how can I know which land is mine?
Who is speaking? Please, can you show us? Who was it? Deep. Okay.
It was
Ma'am,
Wait, I'm seeing it. Yeah. So now, please, anybody who is going to help Kushal? Who will help Kushal? So now, Kushal, you take a pencil or pen with what you have written. See, which is the first upper zone letters. Put it on that upper zone letter. You can put it on my standing line and see whether, and make an angle out of it. The baseline will be the lower and the straight. The pencil will make a straight. So that would be, and straight angle would be formed. And then as per, you are a zone, A slant person, right? It's almost the straight. Almost take a scale, and if you see, it is almost the scale. The thing is almost the straight line.
ma'am, not straight.
Yeah, it's an A slant. Okay. So like what, how Kaushal your name, right? Kushal.
Kushal.
Kushal. So like Kushal has drawn. Kushal, can you show everybody that you extend like K, from K, you make a straight line. So you can, there are 2 ways. You can see by making this straight line, or Kushal, like on your name, K, please extend the K on a straighter version. Please extend so make a line above K and see whether it is a straight line or a slanting line. And show it to everyone. See, this is two ways. Either you, as he has done in M, or you can do with a K. Extend your K, extend your I, and then see whether it's so. This is, and then put a protector if you want to be accurate. What we say that. But otherwise, you can see, looking at this, that his is 90, 92 degrees will come. So we can say he's an A slant. Okay? Done. Thank you, beta.
Yeah.
Anyone who else a question? Please come forward. Mandeep, I hope you have understood. Great. Everybody? Shrishti, have you? Okay. So now everybody is okay with the size of letters. Yeah. Please, as we have done slant, can you all please tell me which size you are writing in? Whether it is A slant, B slant, which slant. 1 minute, Mahek. 1 minute. Let us see which, so whether they have understood the size also. Can you show me what size you are?
Yeah, Umang, show us your slant, we'll tell you.
Yeah, Umang, your thing is what? Yeah, we all can know what Umang is. Come on, who is going to answer first? We know which type of writing Umang has. Nobody answering. Yashika, see?
It's
No,
A slant.
the slant he's asking for the size.
Nahin, plant thank you. Now
Umang is
we are
asking
talking about size.
Oh.
No. Umang has asked that, he's confused about his slant.
Oh, he's confused about his slant. Okay. So size, everybody say we are talking about, we will solve Umang's problem of the size, this also, slant.
So what slant do you all
Umang,
think
extend
has?
your hand, extend your capital letter or any letter, because yours are very miniature, so it's like difficult to, or can you write one little bigger so that we can see it easy. Or whenever you have written I, extend the I, like how Kaushal had done, Kushal has done. And your handwriting is miniature, that is true. Which standard you are in? Which class you are in?
I'll come in 10th grade next year.
10th grade. And you have any idea of becoming some science graduate or something? Which subjects are you going to select?
Computer science, probably.
Perfect.
Yeah.
So yours is a miniature? Yeah. So we get the example. We are going to solve this type. So if you all interact now, we can tell lots of things about you. So at least you will get something to go home with, right? Chalo, yeah. Show me. So did you extend your handwriting? Did you extend your eye and show me?
Yeah, I kind
The
of made
capital.
it bigger. Or like I wrote I am Umang on the bottom, like just bigger.
Perfect. Show me. Yeah.
Um,
So I am Umang. Yeah. Can you go this side? Yeah. Yeah. So now make out. May I see? Yeah. H high. It's like you are making some 90, 92 degrees. Yeah.
yeah, I would say. Yeah.
Yeah. So you are a slant. You
Yeah.
are very particular. Do you take time? Do you like going for shopping with your mom? If your mom is fast shopper, you'll like it. But if you know that she is going to take time, do you like going with her?
Not really. But
Not really, yeah. Because you'll tell her that make a list from home and decide what you want. We don't want to go and look at 1,000 things, right? Perfect. Great. Chalo.
Now you know about yourself through your handwriting. Amusing.
Okay, we all can do this, and you all are going to do this. Now tell me, which size of letters you have? First five people, size. Yeah, Yashika.
Mine would be small.
Small. Chamak is miniature. Mandip is medium. Yeah. Yeah, I want
Srishti is
Samya,
large,
please show
Samya-
everybody your miniature legible handwriting so that the medium, yeah. Aditi medium, okay. Can the medium legible handwriting, can you show it to everyone? So that everybody in the class can know that this is called as small miniature legible handwriting. Please. Who wrote it? I couldn't see the name. Samyak.
Oh, so
Samyak,
he's
please
saying
show
that
your handwriting to everyone.
he's
I have
Samyak,
suggesting
hold
medium
your
that
handwriting.
medium-
I have medium.
Let us see and decide. Can you show
Okay.
it?
I'll show my medium handwriting.
Oh, no, it's medium. No, miniature I want. Anybody who has miniature handwriting? So that everybody will come to know and they'll not get confused. Or Yashika, can you write a miniature legible handwriting? Just imagine how much she has to go bend down to write it.
See the way she's writing right now.
Yeah. Umang's handwriting, we can call it as a miniature. Right, Umang? Okay. Somebody whose handwriting we cannot read it at all, who gets like scolding from the teachers, like we can't understand what your handwriting is. Can we know somebody who has that type of handwriting?
Yeshika is showing something.
Who?
Yeshika.
Yashika is showing.
Yashika, can you show me? Where are you?
Yeshika, could you get that a bit closer to the computer? Yeah, perfect.
Perfect. Very nice. Very nice. So I hope, yeah, Yashika, thanks a lot. Yeah. So now you understood. Now I hope everybody has understood properly what the size are of yours. Yeah. Quiz.
Now we can move on to the
Yeah, we can move on to the quiz. Are you all ready? Yeah. And I hope yesterday some of them could not enter the quiz. So I hope you all are able to
Join
do it.
fast, okay? Don't take so much time. Join quickly.
Put it on the screen, so let them join. Okay. And by that time, any more question, if you have, please start discuss. Yeah.
Is my screen visible to all?
Yeah, it's visible. Just once you again tell the rules how to enter so that they can understand.
Just enter the game code.
So they will click on my joinmyquiz.com and enter the game
Yeah.
code. And then start. Okay. How many? Send the link also. Max, send the link.
Should I click on?
So we'll send the link so that they can enter easily. Yeah. Because yesterday lots of them could not enter.
I have sent the link. Join in quickly.
Could you enter?
only 13 yet.
Who
And
has
there are
a
28
problem?
participants.
Please come out and tell who has a problem. We can help you out. Srishti, Sia, Umang, you all have entered. Please, can you raise your hand so that we can help you? Anyone who wants
There are
and you are
17
waiting?
participants. So 10 people are missing the.
Okay, fine.
7 people are missing the quiz because us is 3 of us are not gonna join.
That's okay.
There
Fine.
are 10
Chalo.
people who
There
have
are
not
7.
joined yet. Like
6 more people
yeah,
should be there. Yeah.
8
Okay, fine.
people. Just
It's that. If anybody has problem, we can wait for 2 minutes. But if you are okay for not entering, we'll start the queues. Okay?
guys, join in quickly. Should I start, miss?
Yeah.
There are students here joining in actually.
2 minutes. If
Just to join.
yeah, start. They will join.
Start.
Yeah. Others will
Okay.
get bored now by this time. Which margin? Which margin indicates past? We will be doing regular revision, so you all have to study the previous lectures also and come. Yeah.
Which margin indicates future?
Okay, next one. What does narrow upper margin mean? What does narrow upper margin indicate?
Two people are left. Quickly.
Okay, next one.
Next one.
Next one, Mac.
What
What
does
does
the
wide
lower?
lower margin indicate? Wide lower margin indicate.
Next.
Two people are left to answer quickly. One person. Neha.
Next. Next.
Which of the following indicates that a person is a workaholic? Which of the following indicates that a person is a workaholic?
Hurry up, guys. 8
Answer
seconds
this.
left.
Which of the following indicates that a person is lazy and lonely? Which of the following indicates that a person is lazy and lonely? Come on, 5 people to go.
One person.
You are logical and practical.
Done.
Which writing indicates you are an introvert? Which writing indicates you are an introvert? Come on, 4 people are left. Which writing indicates you are a good leader as well as a good follower? Which writing indicates you are a good leader as well as a good follower? Come on, 3 people are left. Which writing indicates you are an extrovert? Which writing indicates you are an extrovert? Quick, 4 people are left. Okay, we'll go on to the next.
So the quiz has come to an end. We'll see the
So the result.
leaderboard.
Umang, very
Wow.
good.
Very nice.
Umang, congratulations. Nice.
1 second. Huh?
Do you want answers? Huh?
Harshit is third, Aditi is second, and first is Umang. Congratulations, guys. You have done a very good job.
Do you want answers or you know the answers? Yashika, where did you
I will
find
just
that?
Okay, what was
read
the
the
toughest question for everyone? Which writing indicates you're a good leader as well as a good follower? Medium writing. You remember we told him that you can be a medium, you can be like a manager if you have a medium writing. And which writing indicates you're an extrovert? Large writing.
One second. So these two were the toughest questions of all. 1 second.
Okay. Mandip, you did it? Yeah. Okay. Any more questions, please?
Any more
If
questions?
you want an answer for any,
Yeah, let us know, please.
Otherwise, we are ending it. Okay. Yeah. So I hope you enjoyed today's session, and tomorrow you have 8 you will be joining again and we'll be doing much, much more. Okay. See you all tomorrow.
bye, good night. See you all.
Bye.
Bye.
Good
Oh, it's
night.
not
See you all tomorrow. Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye. Thanks a lot
Bye.
for joining. Bye.